how well do the federal party leaders resonate with you?
Yeah, I think they resonate fairly well. I know kind of where they stand on all the things, and they seem to be in the public eye a lot, so I have a good understanding of where they all stand.
Nope, at all, no. Totally.
Any reasons why?
I think for how long it's been? For about 6 years, right? I do see that Canada is not the same Canada anymore. So there is lots of changes going on, and I see that people are struggling and losing their jobs. Economically, if everything is very expensive, again, comparing to, and I understand that inflation is changing every year, but this is not about inflation, I guess. So yeah, this is what I feel.
Policies of the party and the values of the party are more where I'm at. I think Justin Trudeau has undermined himself repeatedly, and I think really diminished trust in the Liberal Party of Canada in a way that unfortunately has probably galvanized the base and possible success of the Conservatives in a way that I think can be really probably threatening to a lot of the things Canadians value. So that's my answer. Unfortunately, none of them really resonate with me.
I do think that they're all pretty out of touch at this stage. I mean, typically I'm from BC, so I'm NDP, and always have been. So coming to Calgary, it's definitely a different sort of surroundings. But again, I do feel that the federal parties are sort of out of touch.
I think they resonate quite well. I'm a conservative by nature, so I enjoy Pierre Poilievre and his political stance.
Poorly.
Why is that?
Poorly because they don't seem to take their job serious, that they're representing the people, and the shenanigans they sometimes play, it's like school children.
I think quite well. I mean, I don't like some of the policies that they do, but overall, I think they try to protect us and give us a better life in Canada. Yeah.
Well, I'm already decided how I'm going to vote the next federal election, but I'm just satisfied with all three federal party leaders. I don't count the Green Party in that, but I think for a country our size and the diversity that we have, I'd like to see a change at the top at all three parties.
But I don't really feel like we're seeing particularly good policies from any of them. I think the recent Liberal moves on housing are decent, but not amazing. I think that we're not really seeing the type of actions we need on climate change as well. So, you know, I also think that so far we haven't really seen very many ideas from the Conservatives. I think that's quite troubling because they're probably going to win the next election, but they really have no housing policy or climate change policy.
Not that well. Yeah, I don't find Trudeau that eloquent a speaker. I don't like Poilievre's manner and approach. Jagmeet Singh, I don't dislike him, I just don't feel like he's strong enough to that I'd want him to represent the country.
Elizabeth May?
I like Elizabeth May. I've voted Green before, but she doesn't get much. She doesn't get much of a platform.
They all have good and negative traits, I would say. I was leaning one way. I have shifted, but I still struggle with the shift.
Yeah, I think there may be, I feel that politicians are too political now, and potentially people aren't feeling the trust as a result of that. And I just think that there's a disconnect between reality and the leadership.
Not feeling great right now. I have a big issue with like how we do politics in Canada in general. I think the it's a secret two-party system that we act like it's more than that. So I think we kind of need to just change everything from the ground up, start over, give Indigenous people back their land and their rights, and yeah, don't think any party that's currently running or in power has any plans to do any of that.
Well, politics has changed a lot since I was a young man. It's very different today. I have a feeling that a lot of people who are involved in politics now are in it for their own gain, and quite often, I as a middle-class person, I often don't think that we're really seeing the great benefits of it. And I think there's a great big gap eroding now between the more well-off and the middle class itself.
I think I have mixed reviews. I think it's kind of a case of picking the best of the worst, unfortunately. I think there are certain parties that resonate more with me, but like I said, it's going to come down to what I see happen in real life and not during the sales pitch.
Pretty good, I guess. I have a big issue with me is we got through COVID, and they brought us through COVID, and I know financially that was a big issue, and I'm pretty proud of them for doing that, I guess. And when you look at other countries and what's going on in other countries, I think we're pretty lucky.